This month has been so heavy for many of us. I know a lot of us are moving through things quietly while still showing up, still smiling, functioning, surviving. So for episode 6 of HerSpace On Cue, I invited a group of brave women to honor the release. Take a breath. This is Mask Off.
Sometimes, yes, I feel like I have to be perfect. Sometimes I feel like I'm not really enough. Even if I worked hard and earned my place, I still can doubt. I can see myself comparing myself to others, doubting my achievements, and sometimes carrying quiet pressure every day. But today, I release that fear of any type of imposter syndrome, any reluctance of reminding myself that you are that girl. Today, I honor the person that I am. I give myself permission to just be me with all my flaws and all my wins. Today, I choose me. Mask off.
Hey guys, my name is Tracy. I am the chef and the founder here at Culture in the Bowl in New York. And one thing I've been battling privately has been relying on God 100% and not relying on any man, because the moment I trusted God with my life, it has elevated, and I'm taking this mask off to encourage other people to really go searching for God and really just be your full authentic self, and so many doors are going to open for you. So mask off.
One of the things that I have been privately carrying is loneliness due to an unfulfilled desire for marriage. Today, I release that. Mask off.
Truth is, I'm in a season of intention. There was a time where I defined myself by what hurt me, my past, my experiences. But lately, I've realized my power is what I choose to focus on. I'm actively choosing peace, choosing healing, and choosing to believe that my joy is just as real as my pain. My truth today is that I am no longer surviving, but becoming, and finally seeing my own light. Mask off.
I release the need to perform for love, to perform to be liked, to perform to be accepted, to perform to hold a space in rooms that I deserve to be in. And I embrace my full authenticity. The messy, the ugly, the quirky, the weird, the beautiful, the loving, the dark, and the light parts of me. Mask off.
I've spent years saying I'm fine when I wasn't. Smiling through the pain when my body begged me to rest. But strength isn't pretending. It's being real. It's still choosing faith, even when it hurts. I'm done hiding. Mask off.
My mother transcended this earth plane July 2023, and I have been afraid ever since. Mask off.
Right now, my life feels like a marathon that I did not train for. On top of all of the titles and responsibilities that I carry, I have 2 autistic children, and life on a daily is tough. I'm building this life for the betterment of my children. And right now, I just feel like I'm just trying to breathe in it. Mask off.
The thing that I have been holding on and I need to seriously get rid of is fear. It's crazy to say it right now because I'm literally looking at myself saying it. And it's not just like being afraid of things to start them, because I've never been afraid to start something. It's the fear of, if it goes well, what will be next? The fear of the unknown, and I have to let that go. I'm going to remain stuck if I don't. So, mask off.
I'm releasing the weight of oppressive systems and the distorted perceptions of others. Mask off.
I release from my womb space the reproductive and sexual trauma and abuse experienced throughout life and passed down through women in my maternal lineage. Mask off.
So I believe I'm holding on to the pressures of feeling like I should be at a certain level in my career and the pressures of where I believe my business should be. Certain goals may not have been reached just yet or the way that I would like at a certain age. So just that timeline of where I believe I should be at successfully. So that pressure is on for me internally. So I am working on pushing through, allowing God to lead me, and mask off.
As a little girl, I've always dreamed about being a wife. That has been a goal of mine ever since I can remember, right? So not my only goal, but it has been one of my goals. And in 2020, I experienced a tragedy where my mom lost her life to domestic violence through the hands of her husband. And so I did some work. I went to counseling and so forth and so on. I'm living my life, and I get a boyfriend, we get engaged, and during a time where I should be experiencing joy and happiness, I started to experience crying spells and grief. And then I realized I was going through post-traumatic stress disorder. I was experiencing PTSD. And so I was internalizing my mother's situation. And I was thinking, oh, this happened to my mother. What if it happens to me? So forth and so on. And so I had to battle against that. I had to go to war against those feelings. And I had to affirm myself and reaffirm myself. And I had to look up scripture and so forth and so on. So this is something that me and my now husband had to navigate early on in our engagement, navigating through those feelings. And so, mask off.
One of the hardest things for me has been acknowledging my growth, which means that I'm no longer who I used to be, and accepting that I'm not who I used to be. To accept that I'm walking with God now and I can't go back to the worldly me, and being okay with that. So finding joy in who I am now, joy in being a mother, joy in being married, joy in not being in the world. There's joy in that. And I need to be okay with sitting in my joy because it looks different than being in the world. Mask off.
One thing I feel like I hold privately is my gifts and my creativity. If I just share them with the world like I want to, I could probably make a difference. I could probably be the next big thing. I can inspire, which is what I want to do. But I get stuck in my ways and I get afraid that I'm not good enough, or maybe this isn't my thing. I can't be like that, but I never know if I don't try. So mask off.
The one thing that I've been thinking about and facing is the massive weight gain and the roller coaster weight gain and weight loss after the double suicide loss of my two oldest sons. And it has been really challenging and difficult for me. But I just refuse to hate myself. And I just refuse to let this define me and who I am. And I choose to love me and love me through the process. Mask off.
People can only see the decisions that you make and not the choices that you had. I've been battling with depression, anxiety, and PTSD for years. I may be unrecognizable to people who I've danced with, hung out with, grew up with, and also experienced and graduated college with. At this time, I am taking the steps to rebuilding who Cecilia is through God and therapy. I am free from shame and trauma. Mask off.
Hi, I would say something I've been carrying is feeling enough, knowing enough, doing enough, going hard enough. Really overall, thinking in my mind always is it enough? Is it enough, you know? So that's something I've been carrying, but gratitude always pulls me back in. So yes, mask off.
So the truth that I've been holding is that I am very anxious and I have really bad imposter syndrome. I don't know, it's just something about when too many good things are going, or too many good things are happening and nothing negative is happening, it gives me anxiety that something bad should happen, or that, you know, all these good things shouldn't be happening at one time. And the imposter syndrome is just for me not feeling like I'm worthy enough to
you know, have had or made the accomplishments that I have made, or have the success that I have had in my businesses, you know, yeah, those are the things that I deal with on a daily that I'm trying to work through. Yeah, so mask off.
As a kid, I struggled with reading and writing comprehension. As I got older, I was diagnosed with dyslexia. At first, I was ashamed and embarrassed to talk about it. But now, after years of writing 2 plays, 3 books, and now movies, I embrace who I am. I am not ashamed. People like Whoopi Goldberg, Tom Cruise, who share the same journey as me, made me realize great minds think alike. Mask off.
Privately, I've been carrying the feeling of not being enough due to the decisions made by other people in my life. I release all of that now. I am enough. Mask off.
So for me, I used to have this thing where I thought that rest was earned, right? Like if I was not producing, I wasn't doing enough, or I wasn't enough. But lately, God has been showing me that peace is part of your purpose too, right? So lately, I'm learning to rest without guilt. And I know and I trust that I'm still becoming, even when I'm still. Mask off.
Mask
off.